I'm Sally Coulthard. I'm an author and smallholder and have spent 2 decades building the good life with my family and animals in the Yorkshire countryside. Each episode, I'll be sharing lessons from around the farm and hopefully inspire you to embrace the new good life wherever you are. Before I moved to the countryside, I didn't even know what a boot room was, but actually it's turned out to be one of the most important rooms in the house. It's a kind of strange transition room from outside to inside. People come in really wet and muddy, muddy boots, muddy dogs, and actually this is the space where we can keep that mud contained and then people can go into the rest of the house. Thinking about designing the boot room, we were lucky enough to be able to start from scratch. And so we had lots of time to think about the materials that we were going to use and what we wanted the boot room to do. One of the things that we decided to do in the boot room was to paint it pretty much all the same colour. And most of the surfaces are woodwork, so we could use really robust eggshell that can really easily be wiped down, and that makes it super practical. So from the ceiling to the cupboards to even the skirting boards, everything is in the same colour, and actually it's quite forgiving. We also had to think really hard about what surface to use for our countertops. In the end, we actually used old chemistry tables. These come in really long, lovely lengths of timber, often timbers that you probably can't buy anymore. And they have the odd mark, and sometimes you get some rude graffiti on them, but that's part of the charm. We got our carpenter just to put some grooves in so that the water, if I'm doing any tasks like rinsing things off, will just drain back into the sink. They're absolutely brilliant. And then on the back, I just chose some really cheap tiles because it's really important to have a splashback. It ends up getting quite messy when I'm washing vegetables and rinsing things. But the great thing about them is they're really tough, and actually I just wipe them down and they really don't matter. So we had to put lots of thought into the things that the boot room needed to contain. And for us, 3 elements were really, really important. One was storage, having lots of it. The second was having a lovely big sink, somewhere where we could wash plants that could cope with lots of mud and vegetables. And the third thing was somewhere for the dog to sit and be comfortable. We've got lots of different types of storage in the boot room, from coat cupboards, and tall cupboards for ironing boards, right through to baskets, shelves, hat hooks. We've even got hooks on the ceiling that we can dry herbs and hang baskets from. Every inch of the boot room has some kind of storage in it. One of my favourite bits about the whole boot room is my lovely stone sink. Now this, me and my dad managed to rescue from a house demolition and drag it back home. It's really heavy, but actually its heft is the best thing about it because it can take an awful lot. It's full of chips and all that kind of thing, and it doesn't matter a bit.